All right, here we are. Barstool Units, episode 51. I'm Coach Doug's with me, as always, Frank the Tank Fleming. Frank, you're outside. How you doing?
I'm all right. It's Super Bowl LI, and I'm in LA.
Nice.
Doing a few events out here. Walk of Fame trivia dozen. That's going to be dropping shortly after you guys. This shortly after this video drops. This is the double header tomorrow of the semifinals with the championship on Sunday. Be sure to watch it. I mean, the only thing I can tell you is that the crowd was rowdy. The
All right.
crowd was rowdy,
It was in
pumped
front of
up.
Frank.
They were a little had a little spice in them, if you know what I mean. Little
I,
liquidated, so to speak.
okay, gotcha. I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, normally I would say, yeah, I know what you mean. They were excited, but out in LA, that might mean something completely different.
You know what strikes me? Well, I'm in that hotel on Sunset Strip, and going up and down Sunset Strip, Hollywood Boulevard. Well, not so much Hollywood Boulevard, but Sunset Strip. There's like billboards, billboard after billboard after billboard after billboard.
Is that's all it is? Billboards.
Tons of billboards. Well, there's little stores here. There's like nightclubs, comedy clubs, the Laugh Factory and Comedy Store are basically like right across. They're like like a couple of blocks from each other.
Yeah, before quarantine hit, with COVID and everything, that was going to be my next big trip was to go out to LA. But the only reason I wanted to go to LA was the Comedy Store. I wanted to go see Kill Tony at the Comedy Store, but they haven't really been open since then.
Yeah, they have a lot more restrictions out here in California.
Yeah. So now, I mean, we're coming from Jersey, where I think Phil Murphy is going to remove the mask mandates shortly or soon. What's it out? What's it like out there in LA?
You basically, if you're not eating somewhere, the mask mandates are pretty much in a lot of places.
Yeah, it's California. Is it now? Is that LA specific or is that California?
California, I believe.
California in general, yeah. Well, so how are you enjoying it? Is it you have this your first time out in California, right?
Yes, it is. I met up with Abe, of course. Did a few things. I've already done a couple of hot dog reviews. Gonna do a couple of hot dog reviews today.
Have you tried In and Out?
Yes, that
What
actually was the first thing I did in LA.
oh, really? What are your thoughts? Or is that coming?
I
Is the video coming soon?
I liked it. It was an 8.1.
Really?
Yeah, there's actually an In and Out across the street from the airport in
Uh,
LA, and you could actually sit there, eat your In and Out, and watch the planes coming in.
nice. Yeah, it's one of those things where In and Out is one of those items where everyone who's had it when they're young talks about how great it is, and you don't know if it's that person's nostalgia talking or if it's really that good.
Well, it's legendary out here.
Yeah, and so it
I
so it is
even
good.
I even tried Del Taco, which
Yeah,
I don't know about you. I don't think it's that great.
yeah. I haven't had it before. Well, that's definitely on my list. Like I said, I wanted to go out to LA, but just for the Comedy Store. But it sounds like you're enjoying it. Have you done anything else while you're out there?
Content, content, content.
That's what it's about. We try to do some content this past weekend. We thought there was going to be some major event. We were Frank, myself, and Jersey Jerry. We were going to judge a pizza contest. What was supposed to be a contest in the true sense of the word, a contest, but it turned out not to be. As you if you haven't seen already, Frank had a great rant about it, about the pizza bowl. Just what an absolute waste of a Saturday. Frank, did you want to go dive deeper into that?
It was just terrible. First off, the place was not a big place, and they must have had about 500, 600 people in there.
Yeah,
Couldn't walk around. The music's blaring, and there's no instruction given on how to judge what we're going to do, what our role's going to be.
where we need to be, what time, what there was no plan. There was no schedule at all.
And there's just tons of people there, and there was no structure.
Yeah, we so basically we walked in, we signed in. Basically, we just told them who we were, and they gave us these VIP lanyards with badges on them, and then they told us to go upstairs. Upstairs was pretty much a wedding reception for a bunch of people I didn't know. Like
Yeah,
it was that's what it was. It was a wedding reception with loud music and DJs and people trying to pump, it. Imagine if everyone you knew from high school, like in your Facebook group, was in like a Facebook group pushing their like multi-level marketing schemes. That's what it felt like. It felt like everybody was up there pushing something, something else, something for each other, and it was just a bunch of people at a wedding reception.
pizza, meatballs. It was just ridiculous. It was a clusterfuck.
Yeah,
We're
and
supposed to be the judges,
I
and
don't,
I
I don't know.
know,
Sure. I
and
know
I
we were selected to be judges by a certain restaurant, but I don't, I don't, I don't know if they wanted us to be judges. The organization
I know they paid Furio, Federico Carluccio.
to be at the event.
Yes. Now we didn't ask for any money,
No, I thought it was just going to be a fun event to go to.
but how do they not give us free drinks? And I'm not asking for alcohol. We're not out. We don't drink alcohol.
No,
Free,
yeah, I don't drink. I don't
free,
drink beer that often.
free Pepsis. That's all we ask.
That's it. That sounds pretty nice. It sounds very minimal and doable. Yeah, but we paid for our drinks.
And they said, and they charge $3 for about a 10-ounce cup of
Yeah,
soda.
yeah. It was wild, and then of course we left. Basically, we had not tried any pizza. We saw people walking upstairs. We weren't even told where to go or do what or what to do, and people were already coming upstairs with trophies saying, "Oh, this team got third, this team got fourth, and certain pizza places hadn't even put out their pizza yet. They hadn't even put out their pizza, but they were already being judged on it. It's like, how can you? What are we doing here?
You do something like this, you have to limit the amount of judges you have.
Yes,
You have to keep the judges separate. You have the and whenever
they
the
should
pizza when the
too.
pizza when the judging is done, you turn off the music.
Yeah, yeah. So they have these kind of thing. What it basically turned out to be was a pay to play scheme where and this kind of thing happens at least when we have if you have like an open mic night or something where it's like, hey, we're the funniest comedian we'll have comedy competitions at local clubs, but basically what it is the audience votes, and so whoever brings the most people has the most votes for him. It's just a club promoter wanting to sell tickets, and that's how they incentivize it. Is, hey, you could win a comedy competition. Everybody knows it's a joke. Everybody knows that it's only the person who brings the most people, and that's what this turned out to be. Now, if
And you
that's
know
what
what? You know what?
that's not a competition.
And here's another thing. Here's another thing. Now they did some things for charity, tunnels to towers, and
Fantastic.
they had this lady up there talking about the charities that they work on, and the music was going. People were talking, and she's talking. They never introduced her. She just grabbed the mic and started talking. It sounded like, and she's talking, and she's talking, and her husband died of the cancers related to 9/11. He was a rescue worker, so he got the cancers from all the fumes and toxicity. And she's up there. Can you quiet? This is very important, please. Nobody's
There's
gonna be
hundreds of
quiet.
people. There's hundreds of
No,
people
no
talking.
one's no one's gonna be able to be quiet unless you turn off the music say, okay, everyone, have your attention, please. Everyone's attention, please. Let's take a few moments.
Yeah.
Here's so and so to tell about her husband.
Yeah, and what they're doing, and that just it's just another example of how unorganized it was, and it was a shit show. It was a pay to play scheme. There wasn't really a competition, and
I
it
I'm
was a waste. It was a waste of our time. I can't imagine. These are restaurant workers.
and
These are
Jersey Jerry. I mean, boy, he was fuming too.
Yeah, well, he's got a kid at home. You and I, we're just kind of hanging out on a Saturday, hoping we can get a funny video up for content reasons. Jerry's got a kid at home, and not only, I mean, that's just us. All these people that work in restaurants, that's their Saturday, that's their busy day, so they, leave their restaurants. They have to, maybe hire more people or bring more people in to work the day so that they can be at the event, and then the event's a sham, a total sham. So it's not just us from a judging standpoint. Oh, we didn't get free drinks. It was a joke of an event. It wasn't really organized. It was a sham, and I
It's
won't be going.
everything
I won't be going to
stacked.
Pizza 3.
It's everything stacked on each other.
Yeah,
It just shows how poorly this event was run.
yeah,
And apparently, the guy that runs this Facebook page is kind of got issues.
yeah. Well, you put out the rant. If I think he knows where to find you if he has any issues or if he would like to address any of the concerns. But other than that, I'm kind of done with it. Won't be going to Pizza Bowl 3.
Yep, yep, yep. It was a big mistake to go to Pizza Bowl too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Uh,
could have watched paint. We could have watched paint dry.
yeah. Yeah. Well, that was another thing. There was no football on, so it was something to do. But I would have rather watched the replays from the weekend prior.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Frank, I see you've. I can see you pretty clearly now. I see you have new glasses.
Yep. I finally got new glasses. Went out to Warby Parker. Got an eye exam. Got some new glasses. Glasses.
Yeah. Now, I've told you a few times about this cheap glasses brand. Those look like nice glasses. Are you watching sports in those glasses?
I've been watching just the Olympics basically.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So you haven't been watching anything particular
Yep.
because the Olympics. I mean, has the United States even won a gold medal yet?
We finally won a couple yesterday.
Yeah.
Nathan Chan dominated the men's figure skating.
Oh, yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, I think
So
everyone knew it would, right?
so we won a competition gold medal. Maybe not a sports gold medal. We actually have three. So I think we won a couple of snowboarding medals or something like that.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yes,
Fair.
figure skating is competition.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to have you ordered any other glasses yet?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because that was my main concern. Is those are nice glasses. We're gonna be betting on the Super Bowl here coming up. I don't want you to break those brand new glasses.
Well, both teams are out here now.
Yeah. Have you seen any of them?
No.
No. That now, did you drive by? Have you been near the stadium?
Yes, I did. Yes, I was. I was took some pictures outside the SoFi after landing on Tuesday.
Oh, is it close to the airport?
Yes.
Nice.
In fact, when I was coming in, the plane actually went over SoFi.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, yeah. I've seen that. And, like the roof, they'll have like pictures and stuff on the roof of it.
Yeah, the roof is wild.
Yeah, man, that'd be cool to go. But you'll be back what, in a couple days?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right, good deal. Yeah, I'm not sure if you saw my tweet. I was before we started recording. I was walking out to Twain Reed around the corner, and the security guard up front stopped me, and he asked me how I was doing without you.
Well, I'll be landing sometime.
Said, "How you holding up without him?" Said, "I'm
I'll
doing
be
it."
I'll be landing sometime after 4 tomorrow.
Nice, nice. Well, There's a lot of stuff going on in there. I tell you what, there's only a few people in the office, but somebody's going crazy. Somebody's going crazy about the Sixers right now. Did they trade Ben Simmons?
Hold it, hold it. That could be a
He's
big
yelling
news.
how they don't have this player, they don't have that player. I don't know. So I think something might have just happened.
Well, the trade deadline is only in a couple of hours.
Yeah. Do you think the Nets will make a deal?
Well, that's the big thing.
Yeah. Would you be happy with Harden versus Simmons?
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Because James Harden is the most entitled, selfish son of a bitch that has ever played professional sports.
That's a pretty big claim, especially in basketball.
You know, there have been people who have been selfish before, people who have asked for trades before, but nobody has deliberately shut down and sucked for 2 straight years.
Now, is that should that have been a red flag to the Nets?
It was a red flag to me. I didn't want to trade.
Because that's a red flag. It's almost like if a guy cheats on a girl and then he winds up with the new girl. Like he cheated on his girlfriend with you. How do you think? It's one of those
Yeah,
things where it's like,
yep. Well, I can now answer your question, and this will go into our next topic. It's Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks if Adrian Wojciechowski is right for James Harden. Goodbye, you motherfucker. I hope you never, ever, ever, ever win. I would even root for the Lakers in the NBA Finals, and you know how much I hate the Lakers. I hate you, James Harden. I hate you, and I'm going to burn your jersey.
that's now you've never burned a jersey before, right? This will be your first one.
That should be my first.
Now, if I remember correctly, the reason you got a James Harden jersey was because of the number, right?
The number.
And it just happened to be a James Harden jersey.
Yeah, it was 13.
Yeah. Now, so now we have the news.
So
James
now
Harden.
I got to get another. I got to get another Nets jersey.
Yeah.
The Nets
Maybe.
actually, the Nets actually got some good players in this deal. You
Well,
know,
that
if Ben,
me
if
my
Ben
next.
Simmons, Ben Simmons had bad playoff performances, but he's a decent player. Seth Curry is kind of a knockoff of his brother. Not quite as good. Andre Drummond's good defense. That's something that's desperately need. And getting 2 first-round picks, fuck you, Philly. Fuck you very much.
I feel like you're probably happy with this trade, right?
I'm ecstatic about the trade.
That's that sounds like a lot. I mean, especially including the two, because what you gave up how many first round draft picks for Harden?
I think
Four,
it was either 2 or 3.
two or three. So I mean, all right. So this may turn a new leaf for the Brooklyn Nets this year. Now,
I mean, I mean, see, James Harden got pissed at Kyrie Irving
mhm.
not wanting the vaccine. So at the beginning of the season, he basically was like, "Fuck this shit. I don't like this guy. He doesn't want to get the vaccine. He doesn't want to protect me." And then he's basically has not had a good season at all. Somehow he made an All-Star team by his fucking name alone. He's had a couple of good games here and there, but then last week, 1 of 18 shooting. 1 of 18 shooting. His last game with the Rockets, he did the same damn thing.
It's a major red flag, basically, when he wants to get traded, he's not going to play.
Enjoy him, fucking Philly. Enjoy him. Because if he gets unhappy, he's going to do the same thing to you.
Wise words by Frank Fleming there.
I know he didn't like Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving probably doesn't like him. I would love to see a rough and rowdy between Kyrie Irving and James Harden. If
Yeah.
James Harden wins, Kyrie gets the vax. If Kyrie Irving wins, somebody shaves that stupid motherfucking beard off your fucking fat fucking face.
And you're referring to Harden.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. For a moment there, I thought there was some projection.
Good God, James Harden. You know, have some fucking pride. Have some fucking respect for the goddamn fucking sport you play. What the fuck? You know, you get all that fucking talent, you can make some fucking shots, you can make some fucking moves, and then you go out there and you fucking not even try. You know, you could have fucking carried this team while Kevin Durant was hurt. This team could still be in the fucking playoffs if you tried. But no, you didn't. You dragged the team down to fucking hell.
Well, he's the Sixers' problems now, Frank. Now, do you think the Nets have a shot at making the playoffs now?
No, it's not unless Kevin Durant comes soon and Kyrie can play.
Yeah. Now, with this trade happening, if they don't make the playoffs, are you still that upset?
I'm
It's more
pissed.
it's more expected now, but at
It's a,
least the trade happened.
it's a wasted season because of that stupid motherfucker.
Well, you got 2 first-round draft picks and a couple players. So a couple. No, so you got what, 3 players and 2 first-round picks?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the Nets do. That's yeah. That's the trade. Hey, that's why you record during trade deadlines.
And you know what's great? You know what's great?
What?
If he does that in Philly, he is going to be put on a rotisserie. That's what happened to Ben Simmons. All
Yeah.
Ben Simmons did was miss shots. All Ben Simmons did was choke. All Ben Simmons did was have a mental breakdown.
Yeah. Harden was on purpose. It was
Harden did it on purpose.
so.
Simmons is psychological.
Yeah. You don't
You
think
know,
Philly won't put up with that? The
and
fans.
maybe next year, if Kyrie and Kevin Durant could get somebody else in here, they might have a chance again if this stupid fucking vaccine shit ends.
I think it will. I think it's. I know a lot of people have said like, hey, we're coming to it. England is fully open. Canadian provinces are starting to open back up, like no mask mandate whatsoever. New Jersey is about to. I think the mask mandates are going to be fully gone come this time. In April and May.
What was that last one? Oh yeah,
April and
hopefully.
May. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I think especially with this Omicron, we're pretty much listen. If that everyone getting it and being not okay, but a lot of people got it and had mild symptoms, if any symptoms. That along with the fact that the vaccine is no longer the vaccine is no longer being pushed as a if you don't get it, you're hurting someone else. It's you can still transmit it, you can still get it, and you can still transmit it even if you're vaccinated. With those 2 factors, it is now strictly an independent health decision. You getting or not getting the vaccine does not impact anyone else.
And if you know the risk and you don't want to get the vaccine, that's on you.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's plenty of well-known celebrities who that's happened, or not, politicians, celebrities who have said, I'm not getting the vax and have died. And that it is what it is.
Allegedly, Meatloaf died that way.
Yeah. Meatloaf, what Herman Cain, I mean, listen, if people don't want to get vaxxed and it happens, that's up to them. We're all individuals here. But yeah, so NBA trade deadline. You're happy with the trade, huh, Frank?
I mean, I don't think the Nets could have done better on this trade.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how Philly fans feel about it. I wonder how 76ers fans feel about it.
Is Smitty in the office?
I don't believe so. I didn't see him.
Because he's hosting a space right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure he's talking about it on Twitter. It's amazing how like Clubhouse went down. Like it's still around, but I don't know anyone who uses it. And Twitter Spaces went down as well. But ever since Deion Sanders snagged the number one recruit from FSU, and that FSU Twitter Space blew up to like 7,000 people, since then Twitter Spaces have come back. A lot more people are using Twitter Spaces now for this
Yeah,
type of event. But
yeah,
well, that's a
yeah.
lot.
Well, it's been that really caused it to blow up. And the fans are crazy. The fans are crazy. Always crazy.
Yeah,
I don't think I've really gotten in any Twitter spaces because of that.
yeah. Well, got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, obviously you're out in LA, but you'll be back what a couple days,
Yep.
and we're doing a whole bunch of other stuff. When you get back, we're planning our road trip down to Daytona. I'm excited for the Daytona 500.
Yes. Yes, indeed. That's gonna be fun. We're gonna do a lot of raw dogging on the road along the way, and then we're gonna try to see if we can find maybe a minor league hockey game or maybe even Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, and that yeah, it's just a matter of it's just a matter of trying to find what we're doing here. But yeah, but we've got that. I think I hope we can make it down to Birmingham in April for the Generals and Stallions games.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, that depends on what happens with baseball. If there's anything with the Mets going on that day, and we'll see what we can do. That would be certainly fun.
Yeah. No, I hear we're supposed to be hearing from Manfred today. Is that right?
Yeah, he basically put it all on the players.
Yeah.
But there was one major news item that came out today.
Hmm.
There's one thing that has been agreed to.
Okay.
Tradition is dead. Long
Oh,
live tradition.
they agreed to East West.
Nope, not that.
Oh,
You will never see another at bat by a pitcher.
gotcha. The designated hitter.
The designated hitter is coming to the National League. I mean, both sides actually wanted it at this point.
Yeah. Well, because they don't in the minor leagues overall. None of the minor league teams had their pitchers hitting right.
Yep.
So they
And
weren't
according to this, they've
they weren't
also
coaching.
agreed. According to this, they've also eliminated draft pick compensation for free agents.
Okay.
And those that one actually is a big issue. I'm surprised they gave that one up.
Now who does that benefits the teams, right?
Yep.
Why would the players care about that? How does that impact the players' contracts?
Certain teams are reluctant to sign free agents, afraid to give up a draft pick.
Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense. Well,
The
lot.
major issue is that the players basically want a higher threshold for the salary tax,
Hmm.
and they want a floor. They want it so that teams can't drop their payroll below a certain level,
Yeah.
and that's the major sticking point.
Hmm. Well, we'll see. It looks like now a lockout has never led to canceled games, but we're pushing it right now. Where I'm not sure how they can have a full season and not cancel games.
Well, spring training would actually be starting today, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So and
Manfred said that
you can't shorten that, right?
no, yeah, actually you can.
You can shorten spring training.
Yes.
Is this a logistics issue where it's just a matter of the people coming together and making up for the lost time that they didn't have the off season?
Well, they could make adjustments by making extending roster limits.
Hmm.
The only people who really need a month of spring training. Our pitchers.
Yeah, everyone,
That's
everyone.
why it's pitchers and catchers.
Yeah,
Pitchers and catchers report first.
everyone.
Then the rest of the team
Yeah,
reports like a week or two later.
yeah. Well, well, the weather is starting to warm up. It actually never got. I remember asking in December if this is like the coldest it's going to get. I mean, we're in the middle of February almost, and it hasn't gotten that cold here.
No, we had a couple of days that were like in the teens.
Yeah, that might have been when I was in Oklahoma. Speaking of which, the Oklahoma duck hunt trip, at least the first video of it comes out today. It's going to be on YouTube and Barstool Outdoors and everything. So,
Oh,
uh,
that's just ducky.
yeah, just duck hunting. And Frank, we'll have to get you out there. I don't know if you'll do the full hunting. I'm not sure if you're interested in that, but I think if we can get you on like the end of a dock doing some fishing off a pier, maybe I think that'd be fun.
Well, I like go duck hunting, and I'd like to have like the wear a dog mask and go when you miss.
Yeah. Well, you'd have a lot of practice for that. I missed quite often, but it's my first trip. I'm excited to go back and do it again. Well, so we've got the Super Bowl coming up. Let's go ahead and do our Super Bowl picks, and I'll let you get back to LA. Who you got?
The Rams.
Really? Yeah. That I'm in. This is my thought process. It's obvious that it's going to be the Rams, but I want Cincinnati to win so
I
bad.
agree. I
Um,
agree.
my brain is trying to trick my brain in saying it's obviously going to be LA, but you want Cincy to win. So it's like,
Even as they advance to the Super Bowl,
yeah,
the Bengals' offensive line has had issues.
yes,
I think Aaron Donald is going to have a monster game. In fact, he is my pick for Super Bowl MVP.
really.
Yes.
Have you put any numbers on that? Is that a did
Well, I
you,
have to land in Jersey. There's no sports gambling out here.
gotcha? Well, Bengals right now are +4. That's even if they lost by a field goal. You'd still pick the Bengals. I mean, are you thinking money line or are you thinking points?
I'm going to go Rams. I think they're going to win by about 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's Frank's now. That's Frank's pick.
And of course,
So
we'll be doing the Super Bowl this year. I don't. No one's told me about anywhere yet, so I'll be doing it in my apartment there. Maybe I'll be if maybe I'll pop up a stream.
yeah, I think we can definitely do that, especially if you're going to be making your Super Bowl sandwiches.
Yes, I got it. When I land tomorrow, I'm gonna make a beeline, pick up some sodas. Then I'm gonna go Saturday, pick up the cold cuts, get more sodas.
Now, what
Cause
kind of cold cuts are we talking about here? Some gabagool,
uh, yeah, gabagool, prosciutto,
prosciutto.
liverwurst, wunderbar bologna,
What kind of bologna?
wunderbar bologna.
Yeah, I just like saying it. Wunderbar,
That's the name. It's the brand name. It's a German bologna called Wunderbar. The
Wunderbar.
best bologna, bar none. Period. End of story. It's the king of bologna.
Really? All right. Well, we'll try it out. I'm not. I'm the liverwurst. I'm torn. I've had it here and there. Like I can tolerate it, but I don't want slices of it on a sandwich.
Oh well, you can make your own sandwich. And
I, I
Sunday,
that's
Sunday
fair.
we'll hit the bakery. Get the good rolls.
Oh yeah, yeah.
See
That
if
is,
there's
that is
anything else I can make. Maybe I'll make a nice cheese dip.
There you go. We can. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have a major spread. Maybe we'll live stream it. Yeah. Well, Frank, I'm gonna let you get back to LA and enjoy it. Soak up the sun out there. Maybe bring me back a souvenir or two.
Ram it. We know how to ram it. Let's ram it. We'll be rocking LA all night and all day. Let's ram it. You know you're gonna ram it. Let's ram it. Are you familiar with that tune?
I am. I've seen it um, especially on Twitter
I know
recently.
in the '80s after the Bears did their video,
Hmm.
a lot of teams did one. That has to be one of the just the absolute most unintentionally funny ones. The Rams.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the beauty of it is because I think they're having fun. Like I don't think they were serious, but I think they were having fun, but I
I
don't think
Yeah,
they were
no.
well, what's up?
Oh no, Jeff D'Lo just told me about James Harden.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's it's when they're just having fun, but like they were serious about it. Those are always the best ones. All right. Well, that's Barstool Units episode 51. I'm Coach Tuggs from Los Angeles, Frank the Tank. Frank, please take us out.
I know I did with the Ram.
See you guys next time. Make sure to like and subscribe.
All right.